Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Authority podcast, and today we're going to discuss Python programming language interview questions and answers part 1. To start with, we'll start with the first question. What type of language is a Python programming language? To answer, you'll say Python is defined as an interpreted high-level and a general-purpose programming language. The language was made with an emphasis on code readability and with the use of significant indentation. Python language Object-Oriented Programming, OOA, focus on helping programmers to write clear and more logical code for small and large-scale projects. Additionally, Python programming language is dynamically typed and garbage-collected programming language. This means that it supports multiple programming paradigms: structured, procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. Therefore, Python language is normally described as a batteries-included language based on its comprehensive standard library. Number 2, is Python programming language or a scripting language? Is Python a programming language or a scripting language? You'll say Python is a programming language because it lets you program a computer to carry out your instructions. It is also a scripting language because it lets you write your Python program in the form of scripts. That means, unlike other programming languages that must first be compiled and completely debugged before being converted into executables and only then executed, Python language is therefore both a programming language and a scripting language. On to our third question. What are the Python programming language key features? What are the Python programming language key features? Number 1, Python is an object-oriented programming language. This means everything in a Python language is in the form of an object, and that Python supports inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. Number 2, Python is a dynamically typed language. This means that there is no need to declare a type of variable. It is decided during the runtime when you're running the code. Third, Python uses a graphical user interface. This is used to develop desktop and applications. That's the GUI. There are many modules available in Python. For instance, we have tkinter, Kiwi, PyQt5, and so on that are used to develop applications. Number 4, Python is an interpreted language. That means the code is executed line by line. Because of this, there is no need to worry about linking to libraries, syntax, and type checking, which makes it easy to debug and to code. Point 5, Python is free and open source. So it's freely available online. You can easily download it. It's best to use the latest version. It shows you how to install it and you can use it. Just go to python.org and you check for the latest version of Python. And also you check which device you're using. If you're using a Mac or you're using a Windows or Linux operating system, you're going to download based on that. And the libraries of Python are open source too, so they're easily available online. Anyone could use modules and functions of Python. It's freely available because it's an open source library. Number 6, Python is a high-level language. This means that the Python language uses common English language for coding that is more understandable and easy to understand for a learner or a user who wants to learn how to code. Point 7, Python is portable language. It is called cross-platform language. The language ran on various platforms without changing the code. So you can use Python programming language on different platforms without having to change the code. And also Python supports a large number of standard libraries for regular expressions. So we can use it in web browsers, for databases, image processing. For example, if you're creating an application for image using machine learning and image detection and all that, unit testing and others. Additionally, Python automatically assigns memory to the variable. There's no need to declare the data type. That makes it easy. And then Python is an extensible language. The Python code can be written into C or C++ language and also can be compiled in C and C++ language. Additionally, Python is an integrated language because it can easily be integrated with other languages like C and C++. Lastly, but not least, because there are other key features, Python supports automatic garbage collection. This means the memory block that is no longer used free by the garbage collector gets to be deleted as unwanted objects to free more memory space for more variable while you code your program. On to question number 4. What are the Python modules? What are the Python modules? A Python module is a file that contains the Python definitions and statements. A module is used to define the functions, the classes, the runnable codes, and also the variables. We can import the functions and the classes defined in a module to another module using the import statement. For example, you can say import a certain module. For example, we have a request module. You can import request module. You can import math module. The advantage of module is that it helps in grouping related code into a module. The grouping makes it very easy for one to easily understand and use the code. Furthermore, it also makes the code logically organized as you continue to program. Now, on to our last question, point number 5. What is init? What is __init__. So this is very common. When you're coding, you'll always find yourself using this init function. So init allows the Python interpreter to know that a directory contains a code for a Python module. For example, you can have init.py file that can be blank. And for init file, it's normally used to import modules from another folder into your project. So when you have your init.py file empty, you're not able to import any modules. So what you do in the file, init.py file, you have to write down all the modules that you'll be using for your project. And that on your code, you'll be able to call the function the __init__ to be able to import all the modules that you need for that project. And this is important because it helps when you're trying to do one project at a time and to make the code run very quickly. And also when you have it uploaded on GitHub, it saves you a lot of, for someone who wants to clone or fork your work project on GitHub, they can easily find the required modules on the init.py file. Every classes has a function called init function. So it's just __init __ and then cross brackets. The function is usually executed when the class is being initiated. So every time you initiate the class, that's when the function gets executed. And then the init function is always called automatically every time the class is being used to create a new project. So every time you're creating a new project, the init function has to be called so that you're able to import the modules you need for that project so that you can continue with coding or running your program as you go on. And that's it for now, and we're going to do the next 5 questions in the next video. Bye, and thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment and join in so that we can learn together. Bye.